What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video I'm going to cover update 41 because it's taken so long for it to come out on console that I feel like I need to cover a few things that are going on with this patch. Now, I have done videos about update 41 in the past when it was on Test Live and even before it was launched on PC. But I've had a lot of comments recently about Thrall nerfs and if I'm going to upload new videos showing the HP for the Thralls and the HP for the bosses and all the things and how that affects you. And here's what I'm going to tell you guys. All the videos that I've done recently about the Thralls are up to date. Everything in there is up to date. So even though PS4 and Xbox, just recently received the patch, that doesn't mean that they're out of date. Okay, so the updates that recently came to PS4 and Xbox just bring them up to speed with what's going on PC. So when you're looking for guides on which the best Thrall is and those things, I will link those in the description of this video and maybe on the screen as well. We'll see how many I need to link, but you'll definitely find them in the description. And I want to take a moment just to tell you guys that when my videos go out of date, when something changes in the game and the information is no longer good, you will see outdated as the first thing in the title. And I actually put a playlist together for all of those videos as well, so they end up going into an outdated playlist and I title them outdated. So that's just a couple of ways that you guys will know if the information that you're seeing is correct. Now, if you come across a video, I'm human, if you come across a video that you think is outdated, by all means leave me a comment on that video. I read your comments, and if it's outdated, I will make it right. I'll rectify that situation, and if it's not, I'll go ahead and respond to your comment and let you know why it's not outdated. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about this patch and how it's affected both Xbox and PS4. Xbox, I'm sorry. If you guys are on Xbox, I'm sorry that you're having the issues that you're having. I've been watching the forums and it really looks like it's had issues between having corrupted data, having to re-download the game, uninstall the game, re-download the game, getting it loaded back on there, and then possibly that fixing it, or possibly still having corrupted data. It looks like Xbox just choked on this patch. For whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know who to point the finger at and say, screwed the pooch on that one, but it is pretty messed up on Xbox. So hopefully Funcom will get a fix out to you guys soon. What's kind of interesting is that normally whatever plagues one console also plagues the other console. It's pretty aligned most of the time that whatever Xbox is experiencing, PS4 is experiencing as well. That's not the case this time around with this patch. With this patch, it seems like PS4 just picked it up and ran with it. Like, it liked the patch, it was good with it, and didn't have the issues that Xbox did. So that's good for those of you that are on PS4. And if you remember from back when this particular patch launched to PC, PC had tons of issues with this patch as well. This was the one where they introduced the Funcom live services and the PC just choked on that, right? There was all these issues with getting into servers and different things like that. It just did not work from the get-go. And I want to say it was 4 or 5 patches, like hot fixes into it before it really became stable. So at least you guys got all those hot fixes and you didn't have the issue with Funcom live services because it didn't get implemented on PS4 or Xbox. But I digress. So let's get into some of the things that this patch fixed. For a long time, the Sunken City was plagued where your Thralls absolutely would not follow you into any of these rooms in the Sunken City. What I could tell you, and I don't know how much of this dungeon I'm going to show in the video, it depends on how long I decide to talk, but I have done the entire dungeon There wasn't a single time where I had to command my follower to show up. It showed up every single time I was in the room. Gave it a second to show up, and it showed up. So that is a really good sign for those of you that are on PS4. Whether this is working on Xbox or not, I don't know. I don't have an Xbox to test it with, so I can only vouch for the PS4 version of the game, and obviously PC has not had that issue for some time. If you're new here, I'd encourage you to click that subscribe button, click that bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. Now, something that I want to bring all of you on console up to speed on is that currently your axes, your maces, and your daggers are doing more damage than they should be. I know you guys can't see this on screen, but it is the same content patch that we have on PC right now, and the PC patch has given additional damage to axes, maces, and daggers. So for the time being, at least, one, I won't be doing any weapon tests on my channel. That's actually why I stopped doing weapon tests on my channel. And two, these are the weapons you should be using. Axe, mace, daggers. One of those different categories, you should be using those because you are doing additional damage. And I will link the video where I show that in the top right hand corner of this video so that you can see exactly how much additional damage they're doing. So now I'm going to talk a bit about the Thrall nerfs and what exactly happened in your game. And then I'm going to talk about porking and grueling your Thralls a little bit later on in the video. So stick around and listen to that. What happened with your Thralls? So if you had a Thrall placed before the patch, the effect that the nerf had on your Thrall was only to its health. The damage modifier for your Thrall is still the same as it was prior to patch. And yes guys, I am gonna die here. It's just gonna happen. I'm gonna have to run back to my body. But what you need to do is make sure, don't get rid of any of your Thralls, okay? Your Thralls, yes, they got hit with a reduction in their hit points, but they still have their previous damage modifiers. Those were not nerfed. So, for example, a Sumerian Berserker placed prior to this patch will have a damage modifier of 3.92. A Sumerian Berserker placed post-patch, so if you took it out of the box and placed it after the patch came out, is going to have a damage modifier of 2.24. They'll have the same health pool. You can reach the same amount of health, but their damage modifier is much less. So you definitely want to hold on to the Thralls that you had placed prior to the patch. Yes, they got the 40% reduction in hit points, but their damage modifier is still solid. And as of the recording of this video, avatars should be turned on all of the servers. Now, I did videos covering the avatars, but basically the large changes are that it takes a minute for you to call them in. The tokens only last for 6 hours instead of 24. You can't pass tokens between inventories. Those are kind of the big highlights. The only way to loot a token or get a token from somebody else is if that person dies. Additionally, when you are summoning the avatar, you are susceptible or in danger of taking damage, so you can die while summoning an avatar. And a quick little tip for those of you that made it this far in the video, I haven't done a video showing this exact mechanic. I may have highlighted it in another video or shown it in another video, but if you want to get rid of an avatar really quick, you just need an explosive jar. Make it explode as close to the avatar as possible or get them to step on it, and it is going to seriously reduce the amount of time that that avatar is allowed to stay in the world, if not totally banish it altogether. If you're enjoying this content, I want to remind you to go ahead and whack that like button. Moving into the last couple of things, first of all, I want to let you all know that I am starting a Let's Play on my channel. It's going to be a two-part series. Part of it is going to be standard uploads, episodic uploads, and part of it's going to be live streams. And the live streams are starting on August 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I think I'll probably move them to Tuesdays going forward. But if you want to catch those, hopefully you will be able to stop by at those times. They will be uploaded as videos afterwards, so you can check them out at your leisure. Moving into the last thing that I have to cover here with you guys today is the porking and grueling of your thralls. There's a glitch with it. I posted that glitch. I took it down. I actually uploaded it again just for my members. They're the only ones that have access to how to do that. And I'm not going to make a video on how to do it moving forward. So the only people that get it are my YouTube members. However, what I'm going to tell you about this is they recently launched a test live patch. And in that test live patch, I went in and tested it. And I can say that the way that it's working in game right now does not work in test live. I haven't done extensive testing to see if it's possible any other way. They have definitely fixed the way that I knew to do it, so that will eventually come to all the platforms, PC, PS4, and Xbox. We just need to wait for that iteration of the game to be tested thoroughly and for Funcom to decide that it's good to go onto all the systems. My guess from the response and the feedback that I've seen already on the test live patch, it's going to be a week or two because there are a couple of things that do need to be fixed in that test live before it launches to the live version of the game. Now, this video gave you a very bird's eye view of the patch and what came to you guys recently. If you want more detailed information, I will link a whole bunch of videos in the description of this video so that you can get in depth on everything that changed with this patch. And if you don't need to watch those, there's a couple of other videos coming up on the screen. You can pick one of those to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my YouTube members. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video.